Give me 18 inches of daylight. That's all I need.
Running to daylight has transformed over the years. And its latest evolutionary hurdle is, well, hurdling.
Roy Helu leapfrogs one man. He's off to the races. Simpson makes the catch, hurdles a defender.
He jumped over a tackler and never broke stride.
While there are plenty of players who have proven that they can leap over defenders, according to some, LeGarrette Blount is the best.
I definitely say LeGarrette, just because overall his technique is great. When he got over the hurdle, he stayed forward, and which is proper running form. You always want to just make sure you're slightly forward so your momentum can keep going and you can run fast and be prepared for another hurdle or, for him, another opponent.
And this is exactly what the offense needed. It's an attitude play.
And he jumped over him. He hurdled him just before the 20-yard line.
McCourty didn't even go for his ankles there. He was almost waist high, and he used them as a hurdle.
It's just really impressive. The fact that their hurdle is a moving object. It's not predictable.
That is vintage LeGarrette Blount.
He's really good.
There's this amazing athletic move by Blount.
Whatever it takes to get the W. Whatever it takes, whether it's on the ground or in the air. It's an advantage for me. Most people think that since I'm such a big guy, all I'm going to do is run straight and run guys over. I'm really athletic for my size. I'm fast. Why not use all of those to my advantage?
This advantage can create the spark needed to lead a team to victory.
We were backed up on like the 5-yard line, and we needed a play to get us from backed up, and, you know, that was my first hurdle since I was in the league. It was a big play. It ended up being like a 50-something yard run.
To the 10 hurdles, to the 15, he out to the 20, to the 30, to the 35, to the 40.
It was amazing. I mean, it was one of the things that kind of boosted us up enough to win that game.
He jumped over the opponent, but he was also looking at where he could go next. Is there somebody else he needs to jump over? Is there somewhere else he needs to run to? And that's why I think I was impressed with LeGarrette.
If there's anyone who knows about world-class hurdling and playing in the NFL, it's Ronaldo Nehemiah.
I got into hurdling as a dare, and nobody in 9th grade wanted to go over the hurdles. Everyone was afraid of that, and I stood alone and taken that dare, and so I felt special. And little did I know that I'd grow so fond of that event.
Nehemiah's 9th grade dare catapulted him to the 1980 Olympics, where he was favored to win gold in the 110-meter hurdles.
We boycotted the 1980 Olympics, and that kind of ripped my heart out at that particular time.
And here's Keith Nehemiah. What a surprisingly gifted athlete he's been.
Even though Nehemiah lost his shot at a gold medal, he was shining in the spotlight while taking part in the ABC Superstars competition a year later.
I happened to be at the Superstars, got invited to that, and the Niners had just come off the amazing catch by Dwight Clark. And Dwight Clark was a fan of mine and asked me if I ever played, and I go, well, I did play in high school, but I was only 155 pounds. Next thing I know, Bill Walsh is calling my hotel room the next morning. I hang up on him because I think it's a prank. Then my agent, Ron Stanko, calls me and said, did you just hang up on Bill Walsh? And I go, that was him?
Bill Walsh was willing to take a leap of his own, signing the unproven Nehemiah in 1982. Nehemiah's short career with the 49ers was bittersweet. Although he didn't reach the superstar status enjoyed as a world-class hurdler, this time he was able to bring home some hardware.
The low point of my NFL career was our Super Bowl, because we were such a good team, and we had such confidence that we went into that game knowing that we were going to win. It was just a matter of what the score was going to be. When the game was over, as a team, we all just went home. We didn't have a celebration until like months later. So it was the highest and lowest point ever, because this was the Super Bowl, and I went home like it was a regular Sunday game.
Super Bowl 19 would be his last NFL game. In 1985, he would return to the track and regain his world-class hurdling status. Even though it's been close to 30 years since he stepped on a football field, Nehemiah's name has not been forgotten.
Brent Selleck to midfield, leaps over a tackler and out of bounds.
Brent Selleck goes full Ronaldo Nehemiah.
#1 hurdler back in his day, you know, then went to football. Why didn't he hurdle over someone?
When I was playing, they tackled. You know, they wrapped you up. So I wasn't going to put my lead leg out there and get my leg broken. Today, guys don't wrap up. Most of the guys are darting down like a torpedo going into the guy's ankles. And so everybody's hurdling these guys because they already give themselves away. They're not even coming at you. They're diving down and giving up their body.
Pasco's got it, jumps over a man. It's got the first down out to the 15-yard line and thrown out at the 18. And Carl, this is not a game for the faint of heart. You can't just duck your head and try to trip a guy.
Guy doing his impressive hurdle technique, and you're the actual hurdle. It kind of like, oh man, you just got posterized on, NFL.
I feel like one of those Blake Griffin, LeBron James type dunks.
You're going to tackle below, catch air. Oh, and pick your jock strap up while you're at it.
It's not to embarrass the guy, but at the same time, it's a wonderful feeling.
Dennis Pitta, your sideline, 10-yard line, hurdles a man, and he's in! Touchdown, Dennis Pitta!
Crowd loves it. The coaching staff has their heart in their mouth.
As spectacular as these aerial feats of athleticism are, not all hurdles are created equal, and some are not even hurdles at all.
He actually is a winner, but of the wrong contest. I like the fact that he sticks his landing. I definitely think that the judges would give him a 10.0. I give him winner of Olympic gymnastics finale, gold medal. But as a hurdler, no.
Yeah, Jimmy Grant, he's a stud. Basketball player, has some hops. He jumped a little bit too prematurely there.
Ryan Leonard kind of just squatted and he didn't do a run through, so a no hurdler would ever have a picture like that, jumping over a hurdle. He's out.
See, that's a good one, except this guy was coming to meet him when he was landing, so he crouches to protect himself, because that could hurt too.
He more looks like he's just jumping.
Oh my gosh.
No Olympics for him.
While these NFL players may not have Olympic gold in their futures, they may have someone in their corner willing to lend a hand.
I would definitely hold a clinic for these dudes, because I think I could help them, I'll be that kind. I'll work even for just like a diamond off of the Super Bowl ring. How about that?